You lose your job. Maybe you got laid off. Maybe you got fired. Either way, you have lost your job. And you may have spousal support. You may have child support. Maybe you have rent due, car payments, credit card. What are you going to do, guys? What are you going to do? You're going through divorce. Hey, Paul, divorce detox. If you find yourself being separated or going through divorce and you lose your job, you are going to have to say something. It's recommended you say something. The reason for this, depending upon the nature of your separation divorce, could it be confrontational? Sure. Could it be collaborative? Sure. Regardless, you need to consider your options here, and some things to consider, especially if you have a prenup involved, is if you have lost your income, regardless whether you get, like I said, layoff versus fired, and you need to make some financial adjustments, you may need to have to approach your ex, whether that's through just a conversation initially, or maybe mediation, or maybe going to a judge or a lawyer, explaining the situation to modify your divorce decree. Because in a divorce decree, regardless of what you want to call it, there's probably language and rules written out that you guys, air quotes, agreed to during the divorce process, and you may need to modify your payment structure. There's also the concept called garnishing wages, where if you don't say anything and your partner, she or he, comes back at you later on, they may be able to garnish your wages to get the spousal and or child support that may be involved. And you may be saying to yourself, this is not a big deal. It may not be a big deal, but you want to disclose this information because when it comes to your specific state's laws and how the rules apply, you want to make sure, at least I want to make sure, and some of the clients I spoke to want to make sure that they've reassured me that they want to make sure they know what they're doing. T's crossed, I's dotted, dudes. Pay attention to the details. The other thing to consider, in addition to realizing that you lost your job, is you may need to go back and look at your finances and your budget and figure out what you can and can't afford. For some people, this may include canceling subscriptions and modifying how much time you go out to eat, other things like that. So if losing a job, getting laid off, getting fired is horrible. I've been there and done that more than once, and it's not fun. Especially when you're going through divorce and or have been divorced, and if you have kids, there's just expenses. It's just part of life, man. When you have kids, there's expenses. So go through the process, make sure that you're updating your information, let your spouse, your ex-spouse know what's going on, maybe consider mediation if you need to, figure out if you need to adjust the prenup, if you need to adjust your divorce decree, if you adjust payment plans, because things happen, guys. Things happen, and the world realizes this. And that's why there's systems in place to help get you through this. So this is another very heavy topic about job loss, either during separation, divorce, but it's one that if that's hits your situation, or you think it might potentially hit your situation, do your homework now. So in case it happens, you have an idea of what direction you want to take, because when it happened to me the first time, I didn't have a clue. The second time, I had a better idea, but the third time, I boom, 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 because I knew what was going to be going on and how to adjust it. And unfortunately, I had to go through those experiences, and programs like Divorce Detox didn't exist at the time, which made it more tough. So that being said, I hope this information is helpful. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Have a great day, and you'll get through this.